Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up? How goes it? How goes it? Welcome aboard Cardboard Sim. Trying to get some checks set up here. I think we're okay now. We'll see how this goes. So, one quick change on this flight. Normally, I like to run with SayIntentions, but it seems that we have live ATC here with VATSIM, and so I decided to swap over. So we'll be doing VATSIM tonight on this flight. It's been a while, so do not pick at me. It should be pretty easy. They're pretty much straightforward. It's just VFR. And we're gonna have some fun. So we're here in Sydney, Australia. Once again, we're gonna be playing around in Australia for the week, and we're heading up to Warnervale. I think that's what you call it. Probably hour and a half ish. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, so that's what we got. So sit back and enjoy. All right, actually, let's get some lights on real quick. So we're gonna do our checklist. I'm gonna see how real I can do this thing today, and I plan on from here on out starting to do this so I can get better at flying and doing things the right way. So pre-flight is complete. Seatbelts are fastened. No packs on board. All avionics are off, even though it's on. Not gonna worry about that. That's another topic to discuss while we're in the air. Circuit breakers are all in. Landing gear is down. Flaps are up. Cow flaps are open. Lights. Quest will get beacon navs set. Fullest tank. Alternator on. Battery is on. Okay. Mixture and prop is full rich. Throttles full open prime. Crack throttle, just 1/4 inch, and let's get it started. Alright. Engines is started. RPM's up to 1,000. Okay. Oil pressure is good. No external power. Alternator is on. Engine gauges. Everything is in the green. Let's get some lights going on in here. I can turn you off. And we should be good. So let's pick up ATIS. Tablet's been running pretty slow today. I'm gonna do a clean shutdown after this flight. So let's go info. Check some NOTAMs, see if we got any NOTAMs going on first. Copy that, Glenn. Appreciate that. I know this thing is acting real sluggish. We are at well, according to this, Dom 6 is taxiway. Dom 6 is closed, but I am currently parked there. Refer to method of working plan. Okay. Okay, let's go comms. Let's pick up some ATIS. Actually, you know what? I am missing my little... I don't have my little booklet here. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, y'all. I forgot to grab my pencil and my paper. We doing the real thing here. I'm so used to just looking at my tablet and getting all my information. I'd have been looking real crazy. All right, there we go. All right, so let's pick up ATIS. Let's see, 12625. Real sluggish today for some reason. Alright, so 16 left, 16 right for departure. Winds are 17 at 10 knots. Clouds broken at 4,000. Temperature 23, yep, indicating QNH 1015. We are good there. And we have Delta. Okay. So let's pick up ground. On 1217. Ground, November 424, Romeo Papa, VFR Bonanza. Request start downwind departure to the north towards Warnervale. And November 424, Romeo Papa, could you repeat last transmission? Taxi to 16 left via Golf Charlie, cross runway 5, hold Bravo 10, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa. I gotta use saying November, I'm so used to saying Bonanza. Okay. So 1014 now. Okay, so let's get some air going on in here. So 16 left. So taxi Golf Charlie, cross runway 25, and then Bravo 10. Okay. Awesome. Let's get this turned around so I know where I'm at here. Okay, so we are good there. Temperature's good, don't need any of that. So forward taxi, avionics is on. ATIS got a copy on that. Brake test, we'll do that on the rollout. Lights are good. Minus taxi. Okay. Sydney ground, November 424, Romeo Papa's ready to taxi. Taxi 16 left, via Golf Charlie, cross 25, hold Bravo 10, November 424 when we pop. Alright, brakes are released, taxi lights are coming on. Brake check, we are good there. And let's ride. First notch of flaps coming in. Yeah, she's a little choppy this morning. There's a lot going on here. Look at this ugly A380. I can't stand how they did the default A380s. It's so ugly. And here is Golf. Hey, Speedy, how's it going, man? That's what's up. Man, they done a very, very good job. This is actually the default for Sydney here. I haven't added any add-ons here for Sydney. So they worked this one pretty good. So if you missed it, Speedy, we're VATSIM tonight. I have Are you coming my direction? It looks like you're coming my direction. Yeah, Sydney is nice, man. I did a flight over here a while back with my old setup, I want to say. Man, this wind is really gusting. So we're looking for Charlie. Here's Charlie right here. Yeah, it's a lot going on right now, so she's a little sluggish right now. She should smooth out a little bit once we get airborne. Alright, landing lights coming on. We're clear left. And we're clear right. Lights cooking off. What a nice day to fly. Is it normally windy out here, Glenn? Just normal weather? Okay. It's a huge airport. Crossing the bridge. It's pretty cool. Pretty big bump there. We left here on Bravo 10. Oh, it looked like somebody going down. Oh, what are they doing? A sailplane? What in the world that's all about? Here's Bravo 10. Oh, nice. Somebody's coming in to land. Awesome. That contact. Nice. Okay. Here's Bravo 10 at 16 left. Brakes are set. Before takeoff, seatbelts, harness check. Avionics is set. Engine instruments, we're looking good. Flight instruments. Everything is good there. Aux pump is off. Mix and prop is full rich. Do I have enough time to do a run up? Let's do a run up real quick. 1700. Cycle the prop. Check mags. There's a drop. There's a drop. Mags good. Back to 1,000. Okay. Alright, flaps are set. Trim is set. Doors are latched and locked. Windows locked. Seats are erect. P.dot heat, don't need none. Transponder is on. Altimeter or altitude. Let's get that changed out real quick. Let's go ahead and do altitude reporting. Okay. Before takeoff are good to go. Sydney ground, November 424, Romeo Papa's holding short, runway 16 left at Bravo 10, ready for departure. 120.5, November 424, when we pop today. Sydney Tower, November 424, Romeo Papa is holding short, runway 16 left at Bravo 10, ready for departure. Clear for takeoff, 16 left at or below 1000, November 424, Romeo Papa. Landing lights coming on, strobes are coming on. We are clear, final. Clear down the runway. Let's ride. Center line. Power set. Airspeed's alive. And we're off. Speed checks, gears coming up. Flaps coming up. Alright, lights are off. Very nice scenery here. We'll climb up to 1000 and we'll make our left hand turn out. Frequency change approved. Altitude restrictions canceled. November 424. Papa. Okay. I think I said that right. Let's see here. So we are squawking 1200, so we're good there. Help me out, Glenn. Give me give me a report back on that one. I think I messed up on that last part. So matter of fact, so technically, since you cleared me, I'm actually going back to just 1228, correct? Which is gotcha. Okay. Perfect. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that. It feels good to be back in the VATSIM world. I feel a lot more confident now. And like I said, SayIntentions has really helped me with my phraseology, you know, speaking to ATC. So when I'm actually doing like VATSIM, it's not as hectic. Still a little nervous because it's been a while, but we made it. And there is the what do you call it? The big theater down here to the left. So overall, from 1 to 10, Glenn, how'd I do from start to finish on there? Just do a little bank here so you guys can see the theater. Alright, cool. I'll take that. I appreciate it, Glenn. Well, it look like we got clouds are 2,000, so I guess I need to kind of hang out right about here. Stay below it. She's gusty. So originally when I called ground for clearance, I technically didn't have to ask for, when she gave me clearance to the to the holding point at 16 left, was that my clearance to taxi, or do I still have to ask again? Oh, sorry, my bad. I got you. My bad, my apologies. Okay, yeah, that's what threw me off. That's what, okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Cause when he read it back, I'm like, oh, so he already gave me clearance, so I could have just went ahead and tagged him. Like, but I don't remember, not even the SayIntentions that it goes that way. Okay. So it's still, you still have to contact ground twice. One for clearance, and then 2 for actual taxi clearance, shall I say. Get back on course here. A little bit off my course. Ah, okay. I got you. Maybe one day when I get some more space somewhere, I might I don't know. I might entertain the fact or the thought of building another sim, but building a tuber, maybe. We'll see. But for now, we're gonna stick with the Bonanza, which I won't ever get rid of course. I'll just end up having 2. One for VFR and one when I want to get down the road. It's huge out here. So I learned something today that I would like to share with y'all, and this is mainly for those who use the TDS GTN 750, 650. So when it comes to loading, oh, there's another track down here. Racing horses is a big thing out here, it seems like. So loading in, like when you want to import flight plans into the TDS, and especially if you have it as a standalone, more so we love our horses racing, our horse racing in Australia, more so in Melbourne, but Sydney don't mind it either. Oh, okay, I didn't really know it was that big out here. That's pretty cool. That's nice to know. So if you want to load in flight plans, there's two ways you can go about doing it. Wow, that's crazy, Glenn. I know in Pennsylvania, they actually have a day where they actually shut the schools down so that everybody can go hunting. Like, it's like a day of hunting. So there's like no school. It's like almost like a holiday almost. It's kind of crazy. Not down here in the South. Nah, better go to school, get to work. But yeah, so there's two ways to go about getting custom flight plans into the TDS GTN 750, 650. One, you can go through SimBrief, and then now the trick to it though, there's two ways of getting it, because the TDS model, how their file is different from a SimBrief or like a FlightSim 2020, 2024 file. They file it as a GFP file. So you just can't create a flight plan through SimBrief and then it automatically loads. Well, let me take that back. If you do a straight SimBrief flight plan, you can import it straight into the TDS. Now, there is, if you want to, like, say for instance, so yesterday this flight plan is from that World Tour website I was talking about yesterday. Well, some of the points or waypoints or airports, SimBrief doesn't recognize them, or it doesn't see them for whatever reason, because the flight plan is being made through Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. So the workaround, in order to get that flight plan pulled in, you would have to use little nav maps. So you'll download the flight plan, and then you open up little nav map. You import that flight plan into little nav map, and then you export it out with the TDS file type, which is the GFP. And then once you have that, then once you go into your GTN, you can then, you can pull it in, because when you save it out of little nav map, it'll automatically save to whatever folder you have, and all that folder is all connected to the TDS. So when I go in, I can just import straight from the file. So just a little note for those who are using the TDS, that is yet another workaround to get custom flight plans in. So this is going to be in for a pretty. Go ahead and put in some power here, because we are skimming. What if I just keep you at 2? We're just hand flying right now because of this cloud coverage is rather low, and I got to be careful because we have terrain. And I don't think that this terrain is too high, but I just got to make sure, because one thing I like about I picked this flight plan because what is it doing is it's taking us out into kind of a bush trip type of deal here, and we're gonna drop down into the gorge, to the valley. Blue mountains and stuff. It'll get some hairy mountain terrain there. Well, the way whoever set this flight plan up, I got a little bit of run. I'm gonna drop down, and from there we're gonna drop down into the valley, and we're pretty much gonna follow whatever this river is. Kind of follow around a little bit, and then we're gonna come out of it, and then we're gonna start shooting back to the north. Just to get a different viewpoint, kind of get away from the coast a little bit, get a little deep inside of Australia. Alright, a little high. Let's get down a little bit. Minimum vector heights are 56. Okay. Copy that, Glenn. So yeah, this it's a pretty, this flight plan is pretty. You know what I need to do? I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that this week. And it's crazy. There's this app. It's called something. But what it allows me to do is display my, I don't know if you've seen some other guys when they're flying where they can display their tablet information, up on the screen. I need to download it here on my tablet here on the yoke, so you guys can see what I see. Kind of a weird route though, because we're gonna follow this down a little bit, and then at the Y it has us going left to do a touch and go at the Oaks, and then we'll shoot back towards the river, and then we'll bring the river back up and follow that around. So Oaks. So that's actually off to the left somewhere. Blue Mountains. So I gotta figure out what's going on. Okay, so my little workaround for turning the 750 and 650 off and on, it works good. Only problem is the battery don't last as long on the tablet when I do that. I don't know if any of you caught it who was watching yesterday, but it ended up dying on me right at landing, right before we shut down. The battery just kind of crapped out. So I'm gonna do some more studying up on that and figure out how to keep power better than what it's actually getting. So there's the split here. We'll go ahead and make our turn. Looking for the this runway here. The Oaks. Should be straight off my nose here. Wings are across, so it's just a little airfield that I do not see. Start slowing her up a little bit. I'm looking for I think that's it right off there. Oak traffic, November 424, Romeo Papa is inbound, touch and go. Oak traffic. I don't even know the runway. I don't even have no runway numbers. But I think I see it though. Alright, speed checks, gears coming down. Lights are coming on. Flaps are coming down. Yeah, I got it. Okay, cool. Second notch flaps. Little airstrip here.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Yeah. Oak traffic, November 424 when we pop a part in the field to the west. Oak traffic. Okay, cool. Your departure call where you are departing. Leg. Circuit. Height to the west. Okay. So what happens when, so on a situation like that where there's an airstrip but it doesn't have, there's no indication as far as the actual, so I guess I would just go off of my heading. Like if I'm coming in, like if the there's no markings on in Navigraph, or okay, so just use that. That's what I was trying to say. All right. Now I've watched some people where they'll call out like 2 or 3 times. So like they'll say, you know, I'm departing, you know, runway 16 left to the west, you know, all the information you're saying. And then like as they're turning, let's say, you know, crosswind, and then they're headed out. Yeah, the last call stuff. Like, so is that you supposed to do that every time? Like it's like a 2 or 3 time call out? Okay. So just one call here in Australia. Cool. Alright, let's go play around some water for a little bit. Australia VFR is basically US radio wise. We do most all the same call outs, go to Europe, everything is different, especially UK. Yeah, I've learned that. Like if I remember correctly, I was reading or listening somewhere, like even as in VFR you have to request engine startup. I don't think you can just yell out the window clear and start cranking up in Europe. I could be wrong though, but I thought I had watched or read something that said that. Oh, okay. I don't think I've done any flights in the UK, not in the sim at least. I've been there plenty of times in the military. Hanging out here in the Blue Mountains. I was Air Force, Glenn. I was an aircraft mechanic. I worked on B-1 bombers for 6 years, and I worked on and flew with the C-130J models when I was over in Germany. Yeah, it was actually kind of cool, man. Like most of the crew that I flew with, especially like my aircraft commander and co, they knew how big I was into flight sim and stuff, so they was always enthused to see videos and pictures. And well, I got in real good with some of them, and so I got a lot of stick time in while I was in. My biggest flight stick time was, we did an overnighter to Turkey, and it was my aircraft commander at the time. It was his Finney flight. He was coming back stateside, and so we woke up the next day and we was out at the bird, and I'm getting everything unplugged and whatnot. And he was just like, he said, you want to fly home? I'm like, you playing? He was like, nah. So he let me fly it all the way. Well, pretty much from taxi all the way to top of descent, and then of course I had to get out because that wouldn't have been a good look, seeing me be in the co-pilot seat when we land back in Germany. But yeah, I mean it was fun, man. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Flew all over the world, got to see and experience all types of things. And now you have Flight Sim 2020 and 2024 that brings the world to you at home. I mean, this is gorgeous, man. Like, this is some beautiful scenery coming through here. Yeah, Speedy, it's nice out here. See some U.S. military here occasionally, but more up north. The initial training all happens in the PC-21 trainers. Oh, okay. Man, it'd have been nice to get over here. I guess the closest I've ever gotten to y'all was, I would say, South Africa. Seychelles Islands. I've been there. That's about as close I think I've gotten to Australia. I spent a lot of time in Africa and all over Europe, and done some island hops here and there, all over Spain, you know, Italy, Turkey. I did 2 tours, Afghan, Iraq, been to Guam. I wrote down on my flight home when I got out of the military. I wrote down everything, every place that I had been to, and it amazed me just how much I spent my life in the air and gone. I've seen 62 different countries and 9 different islands in the 10 years that I was in the military. Then I got out and drove trucks cross country, so I've seen all over 48. Well, you figure 50 altogether, because I've been to Hawaii and Alaska. So I've seen the world. I have seen the world. Still so many more places I would like to go and venture off to in the, you know, civilian side of life now, I guess you can say. Oh, that's nice. That's not bad, Glenn. Be honest with you. There's people that's been living here their whole life and ain't seen those many states. That's a nice long ride. That's actually crazy. One of my last loads. No, actually no. It was one of my last loads driving with this one company. I picked up a load of something. I can't remember what it was, but I picked it up out of Seattle and I dropped it down in some BF city or town in Texas. And that was a nice ride. I think two of my longest stretches from start to, well, actually, I'll give you my top 3. One of them was a West Coast to East Coast. I literally picked up a load in California and I brought it all the way back home to, well, Wilmington, North Carolina, which is an hour south of where I live. So I literally drove the whole I-40 corridor, literally from the West Coast to the East Coast. There's like 2,550 miles, I want to say. And I did another one from Connecticut all the way down to Calexico, California. That was a long one. And then I picked up a load that's about 45 minutes from me, and I took that all the way out to Oregon. So in the 8 years that I drove trucks, I put about 850,000 miles. I pretty much average about 100,000 miles a year. So when's the next time you popping in over on this side of town, Glenn? Anytime soon? Nice. You gonna be close to the East Coast? Or you headed back west? Okay, that's cool. let's get her leaned out a little bit. I never did do my climb out. Well, I guess we're in cruise now, so cow flaps as required, power, mixture and trim. Let's get her leaned out. There we go. Uh-oh. Let's get down a little bit. Let's say 56. Yep, too high there. Gotta get out of that. Yeah, gotta get out them clouds. Let's see here. Where are we at? So you said even numbers is 01 to 179, correct? Or do I have it backwards? Day, what's up, my man? Good to see you. So if I keep it glad you can make it, man. We just hanging out here in Australia on some VATSIM stuff. It's pretty chill now, but a good buddy Glenn, who's also in the chat, he was working the tower over there. Just leaving the what do they call it, the Blue Mountains? Yeah. So we'll get things set up here. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few guys that I know and talk to and hang out with. They're out of Australia. And let's go nav. Kind of let the auto do its thing here. Yeah, man, we got a good group over here, man. Between here and SayIntentions.AI side of town, he's Australian as well. Man, there's people all over. People all over. It's kind of crazy. I remember, like I said, I've been flight simming since I was little. I didn't really get serious with flight sim until around 2009. I was on YouTube. I had just got to Germany. And I was on YouTube, and I was just, YouTubing, flight sim videos. I was getting that sim bug back in my system. And now it had been some time, since I actually really did flight sim. So don't do that, Day. Don't do that. I was looking at some videos, and I didn't know just how serious. Uh-oh. I don't know if autopilot's too good right now. This wind is a little crazy. Alright. I guess we'll just hand fly it then. You didn't like that too much. Oh no, never that. But man, I was watching some of these videos and I started seeing these guys with like the multi-monitors and like looking like real airplanes and stuff. I said, wait a minute. Who didn't give me the memo that this is what we're doing with flight sim now? .1298. Cool. Let's go 1298. Why are you not? Come on, there we go. She's real sluggish. Hey. No, I'm not landing right now. I still got a little while to go. A little bit at least. Melbourne Center, November 424, Romeo Papa is 3 miles north of Richmond at 4,000. Request flight following. Cool. So, Glenn, I'm glad you said that because I'm learning this now. So with Navigraph, they have implemented they've combined with VATSIM, so you can see who's online and what's going on. But if you're zoomed in too close, you really won't even know that somebody has turned on. So now that I zoomed out, I can see he's on. Oh, I didn't even hear him. Too busy talking. QNH 1015 to send. Oh, okay, so that's what I tell him. No, I don't have a TikTok account today. QNH 1015, number 424 when we pop it in. QNH 1014, number 424 when we pop it. Okay, cool. I've had a couple people say that. Man, I don't even know if it's with the way TikTok tripping right now. I'll be mad getting that all set up and then for them to just shut it down again. I need to get down. Clouds starting to come in some more. But I know that's where everybody's at too, so I don't know. I'll look into it some more day. This flight gonna make me hand fly it all the way. I'm landing over in what's it? Warnervale. What is it? Warnervale. Yeah, there you go. It's off the east coast of Australia. A little bit of a ride north of Sydney, but I kind of dropped in and took a scenic route. It can be done. I've done it before, Day. So it looks like I'll be landing right within his area, his space. And flying VATSIM tonight, man, just really brought back. It's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. You know, between VATSIM and SayIntentions, outside of the fact that it's AI talking to you, it is pretty close. It's about as close to the real thing as you can get. Now, of course, you know, there's hiccups and stuff, but it's still a work in progress, of course. But I mean, even to, you know, they have it down to where wherever you're flying, like the accents of the people that, you know, the area that you're in, the accents are there, and it's insane. But there's nothing like the real thing. Do I think Flight Sim 2024 is worth it? I would say it's worth it once the kinks and all of that is worked out. I don't fly 2024 as of yet. I do have it. I have flown it a couple times just to see how it is. It's very promising. I know a lot of people have already converted over and they're loving it. If you have 2020 and you don't have 2024, I would say stick with 2020 right now. and give 2024 some time to work itself out. Oh, really, Glenn? Because I was under the impression that people are still kind of having, you know, issues with it. Like I said, the only reason why I'm really not flying 2024 right now is the fact that I'm still waiting on Air Manager to get their stuff together. That's the only thing holding me back. Well, that's good to know. There you go, Day. Yeah. Now, but Seth's pretty much got all his stuff working with 24 now, right? Or is he still having issues with some of his panels? Okay. Yeah, the two main panels that I need to fly this thing is the only two that aren't working. That's my 6-pack and my engine management panel. November 424 on your phone. What do you say? 1 2 1012. Yeah. 1012. Okay. Clear that out. Let me get back to you, Day. Appreciate that, Glenn. I'm probably about another 15 minutes or so. About another 15, yeah, say about another 15 minutes. We're pretty much about to hit these last few little legs here. Okay. Let's see if Navigraph will give me. I got METAR. Winds are 160 at 12. Visibility is good. Scattered cloud 22, broken at 28. Ceiling is 28. Temp is 24. Dew point 18. Humidity 69. Altimeter 1012 is at the field. And so we should be landing runway 20. Ah, I got you. Okay. Let me see. Melbourne Center, November 424, Romeo Papa. We happen to have current weather at Warnervale. Alright, we already coming up on it. There's Warnervale right off to the left. Came up a lot faster than I thought. What's going on here? Off topic, but how long have you been growing your luck? 10 years. Dang. You, Bunny, what do you do? Got the field off to the left there. Yeah, we're gonna have to land runway 20. Ooh. Yeah, they've been with me for a while. Melbourne Center, November 424, Romeo Papa is 5 miles at 2,400 inbound to Warnervale, runway 20 full stop. Zero 12 copy on the weather. November 424 only pop. Copy on the traffic. November 424 Romeo Papa. Looking for him. Aircraft type is Bonanza. Gears come down. Squawk and VFR, frequency change approved. November 424 on the clock today. Go VFR. Alright, gears down, flaps are coming down. Change frequency there. Oh, she getting sluggish on. Come on with it. Getting a little sluggish. There we go. Warnervale traffic. November 424 Romeo Papa is short final. Runway 20 full stop. Warnervale traffic. Alright. Pop mixture is full rich. I should have done this a while back. Lights are on, gear is down, flaps are down. We are on the fullest tank.
500.
She's gusty. What a bounce. Wait, it's crazy. Cool. I'll take that. Appreciate that, Glenn. That was a lot going on there. Yeah, that wind was gusty day. Warnervale traffic, November 424, runway Papa is cleared. Runway 20, Warnervale traffic. Alright, landing lights coming off. Flaps coming up. Strobes coming off. Let's find somewhere to park here. Appreciate that, Speedy. I guess we'll come back here. I don't want to park back there. I don't want to get stuck. We'll come down here. Right, Bunny? We won't talk about that, though. Yes, we will. Hey, y'all. Bunny did a flight last night. Beautiful flight. Beautiful flight. I mean, it was gorgeous all the way through. Get to the runway. And I'm talking just belly drug that beautiful plane all the way down the runway. Oh man, it was funny. It was a good flight though, I must say. Oh man, I know your insurance though. I know your insurance company is heated with you right now. I mean, it was a Vision Jet too. Oh man, and he had passengers. Ah. Right. Exactly. Let me get this cleaned up real quick. Alright. After landing, cowl flaps are open. The flaps are up. Transponder is on standby. I should have did that afterwards. I'm learning. Okay. My eyes are hurting. Why you say that? Avionics is off. Electrical equipment off. Throttle 1000. Mixture. Let's turn the lights off. Mixture out. Okay. Magneto's off. Full off. Lights are off. And that is it, y'all. I would say that's a successful flight for today, especially being back on VATSIM for the first time in a long time. Blame it on SayIntentions had me call the tower 3 miles. Hey, you're still at the pilot command. I want to hear all that. You in charge of that bird, baby. Been flying for an hour straight in a full 360 sim. Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, it doesn't hurt your eyes at all. I mean, nothing is really moving fast, so everything is kind of like just sitting still, so it doesn't hurt your eyes. And an hour and a half, this is nothing. My last flight when I did the lower 48 state tour was a 6.5 hour flight. It didn't supposed to happen, but it did. I was flying with some guys. Matter of fact, Bunny, I think you flew with me a little bit on that day, wasn't it? It's like we took off from I think we flew from Connecticut to Massachusetts, and then we flew down to New York, and then we hopped over to Jersey, and then they pulled the plug. And it was early in the day. I normally don't stream that early, but that day I did, and I had nothing else to do, so I was just like, hey, we just go ahead and take it on to the house. And they was like, yeah, let's do it. So I literally kept on flying. I flew all the other states all the way back down to North Carolina. All right, there, you have a good one, man. Good seeing you in the chat tonight. Well, that's it, y'all. I want to give a shout out to Glenn. Thank you, sir, for helping me along this route today with VATSIM and keeping me knowledgeable on how things work in the real world. And we do this thing again tomorrow. I'm gonna find me another route to do. I think I'm gonna head west. We can go over there and play over at SayIntentions.AI side of the world, over there in Perth. So I'm gonna find me a flight plan over there on that side. If not, I'll make one and play around over there tomorrow. So that's it, y'all. That's all I got. I'm gonna go find me a snack. I got the munchies, and we gonna shut this thing down. Well, I will find out tomorrow then. So enjoyed you guys tonight. Hope to see y'all back tomorrow. This is Cardboard Sim. We signing out.